Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, October 20th. From the San Antonio Express News, my name is Luis Vasquez, and this is your Express Briefing. All of the stories you need to know to start your day. You can expect partly sunny skies, possible showers through the morning, and a high of 89 degrees today. Texas is leading the country in ballots cast in the 2020 presidential election so far, with more than 4 million votes counted as of Sunday. If you're a fan of the Chick-fil-A classic sandwich, keep an eye out on our Taste Teams page today. We'll tell you about a new downtown food trailer offering a vegan alternative to the fast food favorite. And now let's move on to our top stories for the day. On the first Sunday after a mishmash of scaffolding rained onto St. Mark's Episcopal Church downtown and severely damaged parts of its campus, Reverend Beth Knowlton focused on gratitude. A storm on September 19, 2019 that brought 60-mile-per-hour winds through the area had torn about 230 feet of scaffolding from the side of a nearby building. It crashed onto the church, piercing the roof of its parish hall and destroying a chiller. Several months later, the coronavirus pandemic arrived, ushering in yet another set of challenges for St. Mark's, which was established in 1858. But just over a year since the scaffolding collapse, rehabilitation is underway. After months of working with an insurance company to figure out the extent of the damage, work on the roof has begun, and adding a new chiller is the next step. You can read more about the $7 million renovation at expressnews.com or at the link in this episode's description. Thousands of guests packed parts of Six Flags Fiesta Texas on Saturday, sometimes ignoring social distancing rules, for the park's Hollow Fest event. The more than 200-acre San Antonio theme park requires guests to wear masks and keep at least 6 feet between parties while walking through the outdoor scare zones, which have replaced the indoor haunted houses of years past. The outdoor spectacles and mask and spacing rules are part of new safety protocols designed to protect guests from COVID-19. Randy Diamond roamed the park for more than 6 hours on Saturday through closing time at 11 p.m. We have his report at expressnews.com. The county's election chief told reporters this morning that the Bexar County Elections Department has sent out more than 100,000 mail-in ballots, and already nearly 60% have been returned. That's unheard of at the start of early voting, said County Elections Administrator Jacques Callanen. Voters have a few days left to submit applications for mail-in ballots. The forms must be received by Friday. Scott Huddleston has this look at how in-person and mail-in voting in 2020 compares to the last presidential election. At sunset, retired Air Force Major J. Michael Wright walks his dogs near the site of a years-long mystery he helped solve. The neatly trimmed site is part of a narrow lane where he once walked his twins to school. Back then, it was a dark, foreboding lot that was so overgrown it looked like it must be hiding something. Wright worked with landscape architect Everett Fly and Spanish archivist David Carlson to discover the truth. The lot was a long-lost African-American cemetery once owned by Jane Warren, a former slave and landowner. Since the revelation, the cemetery has brought together descendants of the freedmen who once lived in the area and the neighborhood residents who live there today. And it's brought some attention to Wright. You can read more in Vincent T. Davis's latest article. Join us on Wednesday, October 21st from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. to grill the Taste Team in a free virtual happy hour. You can learn more about us and our approach to food journalism, as well as ask us your burning questions in a fun happy hour you won't want to miss. You can register for the event at the link in this episode's description. Get ready to vote with our 2020 Texas Voters Guide. Our comprehensive survey of the candidates in key national, state, and local races, along with voting frequently asked questions, helps you get ready to cast your vote. You can check that out at the link in this episode's description. Next up are your need-to-know headlines. You can find all of these headlines and more inside your Express News subscription. During Monday's coronavirus briefing, Judge Nelson Wolff said bars in Bexar County could reopen in a few days. San Antonio officials reported 98 new infections of the virus on Monday, along with the deaths of 2 more people from COVID-19. Texas elections officials will not have to notify voters when their ballots are rejected over a signature mismatch, a federal appellate court ruled on Monday. The Texas Department of Transportation and Via Metropolitan Transit announced Monday that the region's second high-occupancy vehicle lane has opened for drivers on the north side. CVS Health is recruiting to fill 15,000 jobs across the country to help the company continue responding to the medical needs of communities this fall and winter when incidences of COVID-19 and the flu are expected to increase. More than 500 of the openings are available in the San Antonio area. Some Bexar County deputies soon will learn a new technique for de-escalating situations and restraining people as law enforcement throughout the country reassesses use of force policies in the wake of high-profile in-custody deaths. The city of San Antonio has issued more than 2,900 warnings and 277 citations for violating the emergency declarations, according to an enforcement report. We have the latest citations at expressnews.com. The U.S. energy sector may not fully recover until 2022, when the demand for oil will be closer to pre-pandemic levels, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas. A group of the world's largest oil companies announced a major commitment to fight climate change, but inserted a little-noticed footnote, which in many cases excluded more than half the company's oil and gas production. Teresa Sispansky, the new CEO for Bexar County's Community First insurance provider, brings plenty of experience and innovative ideas to the post. The list of our editorial board's recommendations for the general election has been updated to reflect a reversal in the Bexar County Precinct 3 Commissioner's Court race. The editorial board is composed of opinion writers and is separate from the newsroom. UTSA quarterback Lowell Narcisse will miss the rest of the season after undergoing surgery Sunday to repair a severe left ankle injury, according to Coach Jeff Traylor on Monday. Though Texas Athletic Director Chris Del Conte has informed coaches and student athletes they are expected to stand for the Eyes of Texas during athletic events, football coach Tom Herman on Monday said an official mandate has not been issued. San Antonio is known to be one of the most haunted cities in Texas, thanks in part to a bloody battle of the Alamo, untimely deaths, and more. There are many haunted spots with plenty of stories to send shivers down your spine. Check out the link in this episode's description to see 16 legendary haunted places in San Antonio. If you haven't noticed the explosion of sausage flavor options, you haven't been paying attention. Custom sausage is having a serious moment, and the raw links deliver a tremendous flavor upgrade over the pre-cooked options in any grocery case. This week on Chuck's Food Shack, he'll bring you 6 great San Antonio-made sausages to include in your cookouts. Also, we have 6 San Antonio bakeries that are gearing up for Dia de los Muertos with traditional pan de muerto loaves and figurines. San Antonio R&B singer Xavier Omar talks about how 2020 impacted his new album, If You Feel. Brandeis and Poth maintain the top spots in our Express News football rankings, and the top team in our volleyball ranking is still O'Connor. And that's all for today. This was your Express Briefing for Tuesday, October 20th. My name is Luis Vasquez. Please consider becoming an Express News subscriber to get in-depth coverage on all the stories you heard today. Also, be sure to rate and review this podcast inside of your Apple Podcast app, as it really helps the show. Have a wonderful day, everyone.